Good afternoon. It is still April the 25th, and I'm heading home from downtown, taking a look there at the federal office building and the Everd Tower behind it. Just going to walk home, not going to try to stretch it out in any way. I have an interview for my podcast at 4 o'clock, so about an hour from now, an hour and 20 minutes, so I'll have about an hour when I get home before I have to do that. So I'm just going to walk home. It's warmer than it was. It was just above freezing, and now it's much above freezing. Go by the beautiful blue sky today. Nice day. Down good old Victoria Avenue, which I've walked down many a time, and will walk down many a time again. Got a whole bunch of editing done. On various projects. I'm editing 4 things simultaneously, so I worked on all of them today. I think the first thing I'll get done actually going to be my first novel, Soulworm. My first published novel, not my first written novel. And not putting it out in a new edition. Shadowpaw Press Reprise as a new cover. And editing it now, and I'm pleased that, I wrote it in my 20s, but it's not bad. I'm enjoying reading it again, actually. There's something in my eye, which is really annoying. It's a nasty one, too. Pretty soon. Oh, there we go. It's better. Ooh, painful. Knox Metropolitan United Church, of course. City Hall. Over here we have the Balfour apartments, condos. Lots of snow still there because it doesn't get much shade. It doesn't get much sun, here on this side of the building in that sort of courtyard. So still lots of snow there, but mostly it's going away. Nothing much on the other side of the street in the sun, over there by City Hall. Besides Soulworm, I'm editing a book for Endless Sky Books, my self-publishing services imprint. I'm editing 2 books for Shadowpaw Press. The Good Soldier by Nir Yaniv, which will be an original title coming out this fall. Looking forward to that one. It's very funny. Kind of Catch-22 meets Starship Troopers in outer space. So. And then also editing the second book in Leslie Godalla's Empire of Kaz trilogy. I finished editing the first one, and I want to release them all 3 at once. So I'm sort of a third of the way through book 2 of the 3. Hope to have that out this summer. Once that's done, I'll be editing another group of 3 books, but much shorter ones, by Governor General's award-winning author Arthur Slade. A grade series called Canadian Chills. I'm looking forward to that as well. Many books coming through Shadowpaw Press and Endless Sky Books. Plus I have a book of my own I have to start writing in May. I put it off absolutely as long as I can. I'm very good at that. But I got a grant. I have to report on the use of the grant at the end of July, so I've got to get that book at least substantially written. It doesn't have to be finished, but I should have at least a draft or a large portion of a draft this summer. It's a nonfiction book that will draw on my interviews for the podcast, like what I'm doing this afternoon, and talk about the writing of science fiction and fantasy, the creative process. kind of talking about my own process, and then also the processes of other writers whom I have interviewed. Now, I've interviewed 130 of them. I can't include them all. That's part of the challenge, is deciding exactly how to make use of that huge mass of information. But I'll figure it out. I have started it. Oh, police car going that way. It's not after us, so that's good. Didn't think I'd done anything that would deserve sirens and flashing lights. People do ask about public transit. There's one of our city buses there. I've never taken it myself, but I know it exists. Bright and sunny along here, nice and warm up against this brick wall for the credit union complex. And group medical services here, which is supplementary health insurance. As it says. You can park on the street until 3:30, then you have to get, you're not allowed to park on the street from 3:30 till 5:30 because of heavier traffic and the need for the buses to be able to drive down the bus lanes without having to dodge parked cars. I think it's 3:30 to 5:30. It'll be on the sign if I turn around here. Nope, actually that's a bus stop. That didn't help me. I think it's 3:30 to 5:30, not 3:30 to 6:30. Well, we didn't make that crosswalk, so I guess we'll keep going this way. If no one's coming, and no one is, it's coming for us. Number one fire hall here. The William A. White Fire Station, formerly. That's just a strip mall over there. Unfortunately, being on this side of the street, we don't get to look in the Cat Cafe window, which is right over there, but oh well. Karaoke and sushi. I've never been in the karaoke part, but I've been in the sushi part. This has been empty for a long time. There's been things in there, but they never seem to stick. This is an Indian restaurant, which I don't think I've ever been in. I like Indian food, but somehow we don't go to that one. We tend to go to a place called Caraway if we're going to get Indian food or order it. Cat Cafe's right over there. First Presbyterian, where we were married back in 1997. Doesn't seem that long ago in some ways, and a very long time ago in others. Pre-daughter who's about to graduate from university. Ooh. And she got a 97 on one of her final exams in her last year in girls and women's health class. So go Alice. Will help the old GPA, which is important as she starts looking toward graduate school now. Apartment building, I walked the other side of that going downtown. Oh, someone said hello. Hello from where? Athens. Well, hello. I've been to Athens, believe it or not. A long time ago, but 87 I think I was in Athens. Up on the Acropolis. Somewhere I have some souvenirs I bought. Although one of the main things I remember well was in our hotel, I was on a chorus tour. I was long out of university even then, but our university choir, you could go on these European tours if you're paying your own way anyway. So I did twice. I went on one in 82 and one in 87. In 87 was the one where we went to Greece, I think. And we were staying in the same hotel as B.B. King, the famous blues guitarist. And I remember being in the elevator with B.B. King. And then a few years after that, we saw him here in Regina. I didn't like say, hi, remember me? We ran into each other in Athens. I didn't say that. But talked to him, but saw him on stage. She's dead now. That was many years ago. Our daughter, whom I was just referencing, who's graduating from university, was an infant at the time, or a toddler at best. Anyway, yeah, I remember Athens very well. There's just a little bit of history there to be explored, just a little. I think, considering how long that light is, I think I will go on down one more block across at the next corner. I walked on that side of the street going downtown. I don't know the exact temperature right now, but it was supposed to go to +9 Celsius, so I imagine it feels like it's something like that, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. That low building in front is the original Saskatchewan Government Telephones building. The tall building behind it is the second Saskatchewan Government Telephones building, or SaskTel, as it eventually became. And my wife is an engineer for SaskTel and works in the current building downtown. Oh, I gotta start wearing sunglasses because I've now had a nasty bit of grit in both eyes on this walk. So I'm actually kind of walking with my eyes closed, almost one eye anyway, because of that nasty. When you wear contacts, a little bit of dust is painful, very painful. Oh man. Sunglasses help keep it out of your eyes, but I didn't think to wear them today. The trouble is that with the snow melting, there's a lot of dust on the streets, and then it's windy, so the wind blows it around, and it all seems to find my eyes. Oh, I think I'm going to hit this pretty well. That light just changed, so I'm going to cross here. Another look at the second SaskTel building. If you're just finding me for the first time, please subscribe. If I could get to 1,000 subscriptions, I can actually start making money. Not much, not at 1,000, but more than I'm making now, which is none, even though there's advertising on the channel. I'm at about 830 something last time I looked. And I was only 40 when I started 2 years ago, so I will get to 1,000. But hopefully this summer, maybe I can reach it. So please subscribe if you're watching. Haven't subscribed. You don't have to watch, just subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your enemies to subscribe. I don't care who subscribes, I just want the subscribers. Most of these get 100 and some views. So it's not like all 800 and some subscribers are watching every recording, but that's the former Church of Christ scientist, now a Unitarian building. Built the same year as our house, 1926. This is our crescent. I'll be home in a moment. So fairly short walk. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Thursday, I know I'll be walking probably to the warehouse district because they're going to turn off the power in our neighborhood all day. Oop, little squirrel. From 9 till 3. And we're planning to go to a event at Bushwhacker where they have science-related talks. We're going to go to that at 5. So I'll probably go downtown and then go over to Bushwhacker, hang out there till the talk. We'll have supper and then come home with my wife, who will have brought the car. I think that's the way it's going to work. Yeah. Sunglasses going forward when I walk. Excellent plan. Assuming it's sunny. Even if it's not sunny, just to keep the dust out of my eyes. They are starting to do street sweeping, but they haven't done ours yet. That's coming. There'll be signs appearing on the trees when they do, telling you not to park here. I wonder what they're doing at that house. They're building a new porch, maybe. I think I've been in that house years ago. And maybe something over here too. Or maybe they're just going in. I'm not sure. Somebody over here had a roof being worked on when I walked down earlier this morning. Or not really the roof, but eaves troughs. This one has been nicely done up in the last couple of years with new stucco. Ours needs it, but first things first. The first thing is we're getting this extension built on the back. We had a deck built last summer, and the extension should have been built, but it's very small, but we couldn't get a building permit. Our engineers somehow couldn't seem to manage to get that done, but we have it now. And we also need to get new windows, and the whole thing needs stuccoing, and old houses, you can just keep pouring money into them. That's for sure. And our house will be 100 years old in 3 years, so it's getting up there. It's been mostly completely renovated inside, but all the same. Okay, we will stop right here. Thanks for walking with me. Probably be back tomorrow. Bye for now, and subscribe if you haven't. Bye for now.